Good morning and welcome to Gardener Keep. This is going to be a little bit longer video than normal, so watch all the way to the end so you can see all the progress. So this is the garden that I call our small garden. I reference it quite a bit. It has not done well. I added a lot of soil amendments and I tilled them in, and our sandy soil it's not holding the nutrients. So if you watched any of the other videos, you know that we just chipped up and brought down a whole bunch of pine logs that Jared put in the chipper shredder. We've got pine needles. There's some good soil in there. And then I'm going to order a whole bunch of soil to add to this. I found an organic blend that I'm going to try. But we're going to have to do a lot of work on this small garden because it's just not producing. All right, we're on the other side of the 2 acres, and this is our compost pile. You can actually see, so this is horse manure that my father-in-law brought me. I appreciate it a lot, but one of the things with horses versus cows, horses don't digest the same way, so you're gonna get a lot of extras, a lot of grass going in your garden. They've only got 1 stomach versus where a cow has 4, and they just digest completely different. So I prefer cow manure, but this is free, so we are going to take it, and I appreciate my father-in-law for bringing it to me. There's another compost pile that we got. There's our wood chippings, our pine needles, and the other compost that we are working on. And here we are in the large garden. I've done a lot of videos on it this year because it has done so well. This garden, we did not till the ground this year. We just put down the straight horse manure, some mushroom compost I've got at Home Depot, and some other raised bed compost that I got from Home Depot. It says it's all organic. I'm trusting the label. So as you can see, the corn did really well. We actually got, I don't know, a dozen or so ears. It's better than I've ever gotten before it actually grew this year. Normally it gets 5 or 6 inches tall and then just stops on me. The pumpkins and the cantaloupe have done really, really well. We've got some in there if you can see them. Sorry, I try to do this so you guys don't get dizzy, but it's really hard to do. And then we've got more pumpkins out here. My little fig tree, we were gone for a week, so I need to get the grass out of there. The sunflowers are about finished. We've got more cantaloupes here. I'm very impressed with our artichokes. They've actually made it through the summer. I've got, I think, 2 of the 3 are growing. I'm just gonna get out of the way. And then the okra has done really, really, really well. I've got volunteer tomatoes coming up everywhere because, once again, horses do not digest the same way, and you're gonna get lots of random. As you can see, we were gone for a week and all of our okra are huge. I'll save the seeds and I'll probably offer them up for sale, and then we'll replant what we didn't grow. This is our sweet potato. It came up voluntarily. This was an unexpected great surprise, but it's massive. It's gone all the way up. That post is probably at 6.5 feet, and we're almost to the top there. But that's our garden this year. We've had amazing successes, and we've had some pretty big failures. Now we'll walk over to the greenhouse. You can see it over there. I went on a quick detour before we go to the greenhouse. I wanted to show you our strawberry bed. This is done absolutely amazing. I've never been able to grow strawberries like this, so I'm hoping we get quite a lot of strawberries next year. And once again, we had a volunteer tomato plant from our horse manure that we got, but that is our strawberry bed. Our strawberry bed. I've actually got a bunch of runners, so I'll clip them, and if I can get them to grow, I'll offer those for sale next spring. And then again, in our Vigo raised beds, I'm not affiliated, but I do absolutely love them. All of our chili peppers. And again, we were gone for a week, so we've got some that are red. We've got quite a couple that have been eaten, and quite a few more that I need to get out here and harvest. And we made it to the greenhouse. Thanks for sticking along this far. As you can see, I've got a tomato plant that's coming up. Our peas are not doing great, but it is hot here in Arizona. This tomato plant, I'm just not sure what's going on with it. There was some stuff in there that I pulled out, so I don't know if I disturbed the roots too much. The cucumber plant is humongous. My 2 avocado trees from seed are doing really well. The cottonwood we dug up that came up in the garden, and then our pecan tree. These are my peanuts. These are 2 peach trees that I definitely need to get planted. Hopefully when it cools down a little bit, they're not gonna tolerate this 109-degree weather we have. And then I pruned back that giant cherry tomato that was going absolutely crazy and was up to the ceiling. It had taken over that whole shelf. It's gone absolutely nuts. All of these beds in here are Vigo raised beds as well. Everything is doing fantastic. That cucumber died. I'm pretty sure it's because of the heat. I've also got a giant spider web. Leaving your garden for a week is always worth that risk. But if you can see, I've got tons and tons of cherry tomatoes. We'll have those available this weekend, hopefully, when we go to our first farmers market here in Thatcher. I want to thank you for following along and continue on this gardening venture, and let me know if you have any questions or comments. Again, this has been fun.